everybody, welcome back to Shots Life. This week we're back on the Corvette. We have a lot going on. We got to meet that deadline for my niece's wedding. So this week we're going to be working on the master cylinder, getting that into the car for the brakes. We got a big shipment of parts coming in, and also we're going to start working on redoing the dash bezel. So stick with me. It's going to be a good episode.
All right, so I need to figure out the depth of the push rod inside the master cylinder. So I got to figure out the depth of this. It actually goes this way. That goes inside there. But this pushes up against there, and then I need to find the depth of what this needs to be screwed to. And the way to find that is to take the master cylinder, and stick it in the end. That is a little tool. It's pretty cool. And you shove it down to the end. Make sure it's as far deep as it's going to go. Lock it out. Then you take this side and put it in the master cylinder. Put this in there. And when it touches that, you know it's adjusted correctly. Now I should take this from here to there and extend it until it touches. So now it just touches when it's flat against the surface. And that's what you want. So that is set correctly. So it will seat correctly from there. As long as that's pushed in all the way, which it is, there you go. All right, so once I bench bleed my master cylinder, then I can install it and be ready to go. Good morning. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. It looks like it's gonna rain outside, actually. I've been out helping my parents for the last couple of days, so I'm just finally getting back at this. Last time I was here, I set this, so that's good to go. So I got my master cylinder out, and yeah, it looks pretty nice. So basically what I gotta do is bleed this, bench bleed it first. It actually has nipples on here to bleed that. I've never seen those before. I'm going to do it the other way, where I pop the caps, the only way I know how to pop the caps, put fluid in, wait for them to run out of the holes, and then plug the holes back up, and then push the plunger in a couple times to get the air out from in the bottom, and then it'll be bench bled basically at that point, and then we can install it. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Let me hook this camera up somewhere. I got my little vise sitting in this cart. It's not going to be the best because I don't have it bolted down yet, because I don't have a table in here yet. Anyway, so I'm just going to bolt it on there, put it in there just to hold it, so it just holds it steady, and then I will put the fluid in there and bleed it. So let's get busy on that. Oh, yep. I had to put some weight on the back of that so it don't fall over. It's ridiculous. Oh, let's see. The only bad thing about this is I have the vice blocking one of the holes, but nope. All right, now we just gotta wait for it to start coming out of these holes here. It may take a little time. It should bleed out naturally over time, and then we can start pushing this in the back. If it doesn't start, we'll push it in the back, but we try to avoid that. Probably like to do it on its own. All right, you can't push the plunger in more than 1 3/8 without voiding the warranty. I don't know how they know if you do that or not, but I measured and put tape there so I know not to push in further than this when I hit the plunger. It's still not leaking out the sides, which I'm used to, just kind of coming out right away, but whatever. Barely pushing on it. Not even a quarter inch really. Probably take me longer, but I don't want it to start leaking or anything. Yeah, it looks like the front one's done. I'll let that sit for a bit though. We'll let it sit and see what happens. I'm gonna put the lid on so I don't get any contaminants. I'll let it sit a lot longer and see if something doesn't start coming out these side holes where the hoses look up, because they should be leaking by now. Kind of weird.
but maybe it's something I don't know what has to do with the nipples. Maybe you have to, oh, no, there, that one started. Look at that. All right, finally got one going. Good. Okay, that's what they're supposed to do. All right, so I'll cap that one off. Now that it's leaking. Yeah, that's better. Took it long enough. Now we'll just wait for the back one to start leaking. And we'll be ready to install it. It took a lot longer than I was expecting. But patience, grasshopper, patience. All right, I'll let you know. I'll just let y'all come back over with the camera when it starts leaking. I'm gonna do some more stuff. All right, so while I'm waiting on that, I'm kind of gonna try to figure out how I want this to run. So this is gonna go down to the evaporator canister down there. It's all the way down in the bottom of that down there. So basically most guys just run them right around here into there. It goes into the valve cover and it hooks to the front of the carburetor. They all have them going over this hose. I didn't like that, but I guess that's the way it's going to go. I'm going to go ahead and probably put the clamps on these and tighten it down because that's where that's going to be. So I'm just going to get that tightened down on there. Shouldn't be in the way anymore. I do have to figure out which hose goes to the evaporator and which one goes to the solenoid that's here. So I need to figure that out, but I'll look that up and get that figured out. This started leaking finally. As you can see, it's all over the towel. So I can get this cap on there. I'll take it out and put the cap on there. Then we can install it. All right, a lot going on around the old homestead with parents and all. Anyway, let me get back to this. It took me a while to find some nuts and lock washers to go on this. So I don't even know, a nut may do fine, but I'm going to go ahead and put a lock washer on it too. So that'll just make me feel better. That'll just make me feel better. All right, so all I have to do now is get these tightened down and that'll be good. And we'll just do the 2 lines. I'll have to figure out how the lines go. I kind of need to set it in here and get it tight just so I can figure out where this thing sits so I can figure out which line goes where. I have the 2 lines supposedly. Crazy, huh? But I don't know which one goes where, or this way or that way or whatever, but we'll figure that out. Let me get some tools and tighten this down first and then we'll go from there. Let's see what we can figure out with these brake lines now. Well, this picture is not too clear on where it goes. So it looks like that top line zips back. Looks like the bottom line, it's hard to tell what happens here. Oh, that sucks. All right, so here we go back. See, again, it's not clear. So the line off the top is going to the back. So let's do that. So that back, it needs to go to the top. So this is the front brake. So this needs to go all the way to the front. So I need to bend this all different to get it to go up there. Okay, well, more figuring to do, I guess. All right, with a little finessing, I've been able to get these. They're a pain to get started though, man. To get on there straight, you know. That cross on that hard, so you gotta be careful with that brake fluid because if it gets on the paint, you're done. There it goes. It started. So I just need to get these all tightened up, get the bottom ones tightened up. I'm a little disappointed with this. I'm gonna have to work on that a little bit. I don't know if the cap got kind of smashed in during shipping or what the deal is there. I suppose we got bounced around in the box. All right, get these lines tightened up down here in the bottom. That looks pretty nice. I mean, it's decent, right? It's not exactly like it shows in the picture, but I think when they do these parts for all years, whatever, they get you close. And I think in the 70s, things were just close anyway, right? And then you just kind of, I probably should have tightened this bottom one up when this other one wasn't in the way. Okay, that's gonna be fun. see if I get down here and around there and into here. I might have to get some shorties out. Yeah, let me get some shorties out to get down there. Getting half grabs on here. Tough. What you guys been there? Tight spaces. If not on a Corvette, you've been in tight spaces on something else, I guarantee. The way they're building cars now, they're getting tighter and tighter. All right, let's spin that around. Ow, ow. I find myself here on this alternator. I think. Yeah, there she goes a little more. Go this way a little more. Ah. That little band is so tight. I think I'm fighting that little thing below it with my fat my fat wrench. See if I can't back it up over here a little more. So that I'm not fighting that. Oh gosh, such a narrow head on the actual brake cable line. All right, I'm breaking blood, so that's gonna be tight enough. I think it's good. All right, I am a little disappointed in this cap. It's like it's used or something because it's been open both ways, right? Either that or just dropped in shipping. But that sucks. One's super hard to get off, and the other one's easy. Let's see if I switch around if it changes at all. Well, no, not really. Probably take a hammer and beat that. It made it a little tighter, not much. I'll probably have to get a new cap. That sucks because, I mean, it's brand new. It had to get smashed during shipping. It must have fell on top, or they dropped it upside down or something somebody did along the way. Nothing's easy once it gets tight. Start adding stuff, you run out of room. All right. Now can you get over? Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, if I can just get it on, it'd be fine. Who put that? Who put that right there? Get on there. There she is. All right, she's on there now. All right. So now we have brake lines. We have master cylinder. We have the power booster line on, vacuum line on. Brakes are good to go, then we got to fix this. Brand new. Dang it. Well, I'll see what Zip Corvette does for me. See if they'll honor. Give me a new lid. I mean, they can clearly see it in the videos. I didn't drop it or anything. So, all right, let's go back to doing these vacuum lines here. See if I can't get that on there, and then get the line run down to the canister. And the second line run down the canister. All right, so I had to move everything around because I had to get my excavator, shredder, and truck out. But anyway, I got a big delivery. So let's check, see what we got here. Probably should move these over by the table so I can put the stuff on the table. Heavy. All right, let's see what we got. All right. Let's use, what's this? Water pump. All right, so there's a new water pump. Good. Dome light, get back. Fuel pump, new fuel pump. That's good. All kinds of bolts and clips. All the new Corvette letters. Those little parts that I need. Thermal switch. I need to get that in, that's for sure. And 2 gas lines, that's awesome. And the radio, and back to it. All right, good. All right, new chrome rims. Book and Corvette assembly manual.
should be very similar to that mine, but more organized, I think. These are, oh, front marker lights. That's cool, they're in. And these are the chrome rim plates. All right, very good. All right, so one of the problems I have that I need to get fixed is this bezel's broken off at the top. It actually has a piece that comes up top of it, and this is a new one, so you can kind of see what it looks like. And I can see where that would be a breakable piece right there. I mean, why it broke off. And then the heater vent actually fits up in here because I have air conditioner. So it actually has a vent system that goes right there. If it didn't, it would say something like Corvette on the front or something. I need to clean all this up, but you can get the idea of what it looks like. So that gets done in there. But anyway, this one that was in the Corvette was broken. So of course there was a different one that came with it. But I need to take the gauges and all that off of, that's interesting. I wonder what that push button's for. Anyway, I need to take all the gauges off here and put it on there. One thing I need to do when I do that though is I need to take the fan out, or the clock out. I have a new clock to put in it right here, I guess. It's the original GM part, evidently. So I need to take this and put it in there and then take that one out and put it in this box. So that's one of the things that needs to happen when I take this apart. So I think, of course I got a new radio. This one is not the radio that goes in it. It doesn't even fit right, and it's heavy. But basically I need to pull this panel off. I think 4 nuts take this off, and then I can swap that clock out, and then I can put it all in the new panel. So that's what we're going to attempt to do. So let me get a socket and get these 4 bolts out. We'll go from there. So that clock knob must come off first, evidently. No, I don't know how to turn it, make it come off. So I guess I gotta hold it with a needle nose and twist it. That little clock knob. Stay. Oh, there's a little screwdriver. Little screwdriver end in the front of that. Crazy how that works. It's like a half screw in there. I don't know if that's broken or that's the way they come, but wild. Wild, wild. Okay, let's try this again. All right. There we go. We'll get this sucker swapped out too while we're in there. Basically, I'm going to need those red things. Just pull out, yep. Those just pop out, yep. So that would just pop. Let's clean them up. Yeah, they're pretty clean, actually. There they are, I don't know. We'll wipe them and see what happens. Let's see, so that would go in there like that, yep. This one go there. This one go back on top of that one. And this one's like a push button too on top of the... Oh, plus all these little dudes, huh? So that must come out like this. And then these little dudes, how do these come out? Well, the little lens pops right out. This one only doesn't have a zipper chamber in there. That's gonna be interesting. Huh. So I might be a little trouble with this. That'll go in there like that. That's not good. I don't have the push button piece. All right, so it looks like they ordered the wrong one. I bet you this has something to do with AC. And there's a push button on it. And you come up here, and this one has a thing for 2 lights. But I bet you there's a separate bezel that's AC.
So we're going to have to go research that and probably order the bezel, which sucks that they didn't get the right one. Oh well. So this has kind of come to a standstill. Phooey. Alright, so I'm back. It's been a different day. I'm in between appointments, so I only got a few minutes to work on the Corvette today. My dad and mom both in the hospital. Anyway, running back and forth for appointments, all that stuff. So right now I'm just going to be working on this button, this new flange, putting it in. It is interesting to me that the button's not in there, so I got to figure that out. Heck in the heck. And they just glued it in there. Oh crap. That's not good. That's not good. So there you go. That's pretty simple. It's a spring, a button, and a push thing. So again, I'm transferring the old broken thing into the new one. And remember, they had one, but it didn't have the button. So I had to order the one with the button switch in it, which looks like they just crudely glue it in there, which is very interesting. Yes. Too bad they don't just sell that piece, or maybe they do and I didn't know it. So anyway, I got that. So let me get this button put together, and then we'll get this transferred, all the gauges and stuff transferred over from that one to this one. This is kind of funny because I'll bet you they do just sell that little thing and you can glue it in there yourself. But what can you do when you don't know, right? Yeah, the little clip just holds it on there, I guess. Yeah, kind of locks right in there. Okay, so I guess that's that. So there's my little button in. Make sure I put it up correctly. Push. All right, so we'll transfer all this other stuff over. I'll get rid of this because I'm not using it anymore. All right. And I got some new lenses, so let me wipe those off on the back sides. Sure they're nice and clean because I can't get the fingerprints off once you got it in there. And we'll just drop it in there like so. That's cool. Fits like a glove. I'm gonna take this off. I'll just set that down for now. We got the lights that go. Oh yeah, light that goes in there. So make sure that's seatbelt light, I guess. Like that, and that's its little cover. But I put that on afterwards. And do the same thing on this one. Take its little lights out and stick it in there. And then this will go on next, but I need to go ahead and swap this bulb out with an LED bulb. Oop, I popped the whole thing out. Let me try that. Did it pop up in that? Yeah. Is it a different bulb or is it the same one? Oh man. Oh, same. It's a push in. So let me see if I got one of these in LED. I think I might. I don't know. That's small. All right, let me figure this out. Hang on a sec. All right. So I have one of these left over from the motorhome, and it fits in like a glove. And I'll put this in there. Boop, boop, boop. So that's back in there where it goes. Yep. I gotta replace the clock, but I'm gonna do that when it's in there. So now I need to do the metal piece. Put that in there. And then I need to do these two little light transfer deals in there. I think it goes at an angle. There's only one way it goes in there. Yep, boom. And boom. And then I need to take this, and this little rod's got to go in that hole. What's keeping you from going? There it goes. All right, I was gonna say, what's keeping you from going in? All right, now, matter of putting the screws back in. Let me get the tool for that. We'll get these screws back in and we'll go to town. All right, now we need to take this clock out of here. We got a new one. Okay, old clock. It's a worn out face. I wonder if it even works. But got a new one, or a new old one, right? It's a new old stock. And it's got a great face on it. we'll get that in there carefully. Yep, screw that back in there. All right, now the knob, the old knob's here, and it was, you know, the little thing with little screw thing in it was broken, so I got a new one. So I just need to find it, and we'll put it on the clock knob, and this piece will be ready to go. Other than the radio, I still need the radio. All right, I have no idea what happened to the footage of me doing the clock dial, but I did get it in there. The new one's in, so there you go. We got this bezel done. It's gonna look really nice, I think. I mean, just beautiful, right? Can't wait to get it installed, but until then, hey, whatever. It's a good step forward. So, hey, thanks so much for watching. If you do like this content, please like and subscribe to the video, and I'll see you guys next week.